Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. Today we're going to check out an Egyptian instructor who says that he could defeat anyone. Let's check out his videos and let's break them down. The guy you just got done watching in those videos goes by the name of Ahmed Abdi El Aziz, which for once, I actually think that I got right. Now, on his Instagram profile, it says that he's an MMA trainer and he teaches people street fighting.
Red flag.
So I did what I usually do. I decided to go ahead and hit him up and just have a conversation with the man and see if he'd be willing to talk back. And he actually did. He was willing to have a full conversation about his training and things that he's done. First question I asked the guy, I said, what styles did you train in? And he told me it's all about boxing, MMA, and street fighting.
Red flag.
Now, because the guy said he did MMA and boxing, I asked him a couple questions about that. I asked, how many fights did you have in MMA and boxing? His response was, certainly many. And military exercises in and of themselves are real battles as well. Now, because he didn't really give a really solid answer, I decided to ask maybe in a different way. I said, so you didn't have any fights in the ring or the cage? And he said, no, I did not go into professional tours, but without boasting, I could defeat anyone regardless of their strength without exaggeration. If my eyes rolled any farther into the back of my head, they would fall out of my butthole. I don't believe you. He also said that he was a part of a special forces unit called the 777, which is an Egyptian special forces unit. I can't really confirm or deny whether or not that was true or not, although based off the videos that we watched at the beginning of this and us about to break it down, I highly doubt that he was in any special forces unit. The first gun disarm that he does, he's able to get the firearm away from the gentleman, and then as he's aiming the firearm back, he actually wraps his fingers around the barrel of the gun. That's pretty fucking dumb. Now, you might be able to give the guy the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe this was just like a one-off incident that maybe he did by accident, but this is actually something that he does repeatedly in a lot of his videos. As you can see, taking just a few screenshots, and I haven't gone through all of his stuff, but in just a few of his videos, I see this happen often. The problem with that, other than possibly injuring yourself, is that you're not allowing the slide to do its job. It's not going to be able to clear the previous round because you're holding on to it, and it will create a jam. Now, the next one that he does two contradictory things which don't make any sense. He kind of moves his head out of the way like he's trying to get out of the line of fire. But then when he grabs the firearm, he actually swipes the barrel across his face as he's doing the disarm. Pretty much guaranteeing that he's going to get shot in the face. And of course, followed up by my personal favorite, him wrapping his fingers around the firearm one more time as he's pointing it at the assailant. The next video doesn't get any better. In this one, he actually grabs the person's arm rather than the firearm, and he pushes it off to the side in order to clear himself out of the line of fire. The problem is that the person can still do this. It's not that difficult. Oh God, no. Shit. After he gets the firearm, he kind of tosses it up in the air to adjust it in his hand as if it's like some type of like a juggling act. Out of all the disarms that I've seen this guy do, this is probably by far my favorite and most ridiculous. He grabs once again the person's wrist rather than the firearm itself, and he points it up towards the ceiling. Again, though, the person still has the mobility because once the gun goes pointing up, they can just move their wrist down and still shoot and kill you. Then after that, rather than using actually any technique whatsoever or even trying to disarm the gun here, he just kind of twists the person's arm, which makes them bend over for some reason. From there, he still is yet to even try to attempt to disarm the firearm. Instead, he puts the guy's head between his legs, and then he elbows him on the back, completely ignoring the fact that he could take away the firearm. Ridiculous. Maybe the guy's better at hand-to-hand combat than he is gun disarms. I know plenty of people who are great at hand-to-hand combat or terrible at disarms, so let's give him the benefit of the doubt and see what his hand-to-hand tactics are. So this one's weird. He's in a choke, and then he crosses his own arms to grab that guy's arms. Then he crosses that guy's arms, and for some reason the guy starts to fall down in pain, But there is absolutely nothing here that should cause that guy any pain other than the fact that this guy's just grabbing his arms. It's just like, doesn't make any sense. It's just nonsense. Now, this one doesn't start off as terrible, but man, the ending is hilarious to me. He winds up moving his arm, throwing an elbow. Okay, maybe not. I mean, it could happen. But then he grabs the guy by the shoulders, and his round kick is just the most atrocious thing that I've ever seen in my goddamn life. He doesn't pivot his post foot. He just kind of throws his leg up and just kind of taps the guy in the leg. But then he like grabs the guy's head like he's trying to forcefully make the guy blow him. And he takes like a wind up step and then the knee. Hey! I know what you're thinking. Rob, there's no way that anybody could possibly believe any of that hot garbage that you just showed. That's obvious that that guy's a fake, right? You would be wrong. This guy has over 130,000 followers on TikTok alone. Look, just look at some of the comments that this guy has on there. People eat this crap up. It's ridiculous nonsense that will get people seriously hurt if they try it. Which brings me to my closing thoughts here, all right? Just because somebody has a lot of followers does not mean they know what the fuck they're talking about. Does that mean you too, Rob? Yes, motherfucker, it means me too. Do your own research. Look on your own. Study. Find out more information and learn the people who actually know what they're talking about. Look it up on your own so that way you can get an educated opinion instead of just looking and listening to people just because they have the followers. Even me. Just because you have followers does not make you a subject matter expert. Now, I've been in the martial arts for 23 years, and I give you the best information that I could possibly provide based on my experiences, but that's not good enough. What really is better is if you do the research on your own and make your own educated opinion. I'm just trying to guide you based on my experience and try to do the best that I can, but you always need to make sure that you do your own research, especially with people like this who have so many followers, but quite obviously don't know what the hell they're talking about. As always, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all of the crap people online tell you to do. If you ever want to have a conversation with me about absolutely any of the videos that I've ever posted or just want to shoot the shit, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Instagram. Anybody's more than welcome to join. Keep the martial arts legit.